So I batch my content so I can be consistent with YouTube and my business. This has actually helped me out so many times because when I get tired or I get sick, I have some videos in my backlog ready to go. So in this video, I want to share with you how to batch your content, if it really helps with consistency, and I want to even share with you some of the process and the behind the scenes for the way I do it. This video is actually a collaboration with Tilly May Productions. On her channel, she shares some production tips. Also, as she is growing, she is sharing her growth tips, her YouTube growth tips along the way. So make sure to go check out her video after this one. So first, let's talk about how to batch your content. For tutorial-based channels, this is actually fairly easy to do. If you take the time to research and script your videos, it's going to be easier to do for maybe 5 videos in one sitting. But I also do want to share in this video a tip that maybe for those channels that don't just have 4 videos that ready to go, they can't just script them and go for it. Those type of channels that can't do that, I do want to share a tip with you so that maybe it can help you. The first thing that you need to do is look at your calendar and see what you can fit and how many videos you can fit into your schedule. Okay, so I actually sit down and look at my calendar and see how many videos I can do a week. There are months where it's going to get busier for me because depending on the kids' schedule for school, or maybe we're going on vacation next month, I have to look at my schedule and see how I can fit YouTube videos into that. So what I do is I take a look at my month. So right now we've got a whole bunch of things planned throughout the month. So I have at least all of that planned out, but I'll go over to the computer and show you exactly how I would set it up and do it. You can see I put a few things in here. I didn't do the rest because I'm going to do that later today. But I've just allotted time for things that I know have to be done for sure. For example, I have to edit a client video on the Monday. Then on the Tuesday, I have a few things that I need to do here. There's a few more. And then obviously on the Wednesday, I have a few more. And So I just add in the things that I really, really need to get done that are urgent for my business. And then I kind of go from there. It's also color coordinated, so green is like errands, things that I need to get done. Blue is all work related, so it keeps it all together. If I eventually, once things get a little bit bigger, I will separate it into different colors, but for now it's just all one thing. Once I know this, I can move on to the next part. Second thing is you need to batch research and script your videos. In the beginning, I didn't know how long this would take me, but now I know exactly the amount of time it takes for me to do research and scripting. Each video is a little different, but I have a rough estimate, a rough idea of what I need to do a lot of time for that. Okay, so let's look at KDU script, and I'll put it up on the screen here for you. It's very simple. Basically, I have the hook. That's explanatory. I even put details of voice overlay, sound effects, what I need, like the grading, the color grading, and everything that I have in there. Then I get into the intro, which is me introducing the whole topic and anything else I need to put in there. Then I have my main piece that I always I just copy and paste it in because it's the main piece that I always introduce myself, for example. I won't do that for every video. This is just the ProTuber video. Then the meat of it all, I get into it. Combination of face and voice overlay, like I have all of this information and then I dive deep into her channel. I, do the research, I get into it, and then the points. And then of course the outro is right here, and then that way I have it ready to go. So I've done this almost a year now, and I have this process, this routine down for my videos. So once you know how many videos you can fit into your schedule, and then you've researched and batch scripted your videos, then you move on to the next part, which is batch filming your videos. So for me, I have 2 videos a week, so I like to try and do 2 weeks in advance. So I'll do 2 videos for this week and 2 videos for next week. So I know that I need 4 videos for the next 2 weeks. That's not counting anything else on the side that I do. This is just for my YouTube, my main YouTube channel alone. So depending on how the scripting and researching stage goes, I will try and batch at least 4 videos in one sitting. Roughly takes me maybe 2 to 3 hours to do 4 videos because I've already scripted and researched. So I have actually 2 videos that I scripted. This week's been a little hectic, so I only got 2 videos scripted and ready to go. That's just the reality. Sometimes I don't get 4 videos scripted. That's okay. So what I will do is I will film the videos and get them ready to go so that I can get into editing. And that's what I'm going to do next. So let's get into the editing stage. Number 4, editing. Editing for me is a little different. I tend to actually do this the day before the video uploads. This can take me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on the video itself. Once you get into editing, you know how long this is going to take you, this process. The thumbnail is included in this time frame. Usually this thumbnail takes me about half an hour to an hour because I work so hard on figuring out how to get that person to click. Okay, so now I'm in the editing process. I'm just cutting the whole edit up to get the pieces that I really want to include into the video. So right now, this piece is going next after this clip. So what I do is I usually cut it all up. It takes me about an hour or 2 to cut it up just to make sure I mess up a lot. And then what I do is in the evening, I'll put all the overlays on and make sure the thumbnail's ready to go. So I'll check back with you in the evening whenever I have the overlay part to do. Okay, so we are in the second part of the editing, and that is doing the overlays, all the B-roll and all that jazz, whatever else needs to be added to the video. I just edit that in, and I'm almost done, so fingers crossed I can get it uploaded and scheduled for tonight. I always do, so I stay up a little later until it's done. And then when it's scheduled, I don't have to worry about it. Number 5 is upload the night before. I edit the day before and I upload the night before. The reason being is if something goes wrong, I've got a little buffer space. For example, a couple of weeks ago, I edited a video on the Tuesday, and my upload schedule is I upload on Wednesday. So the Tuesday, I edited a video and I uploaded it, scheduled it, ready to go, and it was great. Lo and behold, the next day, whenever my video is usually live, goes live, I'm so glad I uploaded the night before, because on the Wednesday, the hydro went out. What do you do then, right? You have no way of getting that video up unless you go to a coffee shop, but everything is closed right now. So with that being said, I'm so happy that I uploaded the night before and scheduled and gave myself some space. By doing this the night before, you're not stressing out the day of, worrying about if that video is going to go live. Okay, so if you have a channel that is not tutorial based and you can't batch film, here is a little tip for you. Script and research. So do script and research, still do this process, because whenever you're going into videos, you need to know what's going on. So if you're a travel vlogger, make sure you have an idea of what that area is all about. It's part of the process of you filming, because you don't want to go and then have something crazy happening on that day. So for example, if you're vlogging a day in your life and you're going to the Target store, maybe there's 2 videos that you can do out of that. For example, you're doing the day in your life, you're doing the whole day, that's great. But maybe you do a second video where you're doing a video on specifically the Target haul, all the purchases that you purchased from Target. So there's 2 videos possibly within that. Another example is if you're a travel vlogger and there's a location that you're going to, you're vlogging the whole week of you going to that one location. Maybe there's a second video that you can make by talking about the top 10 stores within that vicinity, or the top 10 coffee shops within that town. There's different videos that you can do just by going to the one location, but it takes a little bit of planning. And that's how you batch film for channels that not necessarily are tutorial based. Okay, so does batch filming really help your channel with consistency? Well, let's take a look at my channel, for example. In 2020, I uploaded 118 videos. Started uploading consistently from April onwards. Some weeks I would upload 3 videos and I'd go live twice. That was a lot of work, but I was consistent. I knew how to plan it into my schedule. This was because I followed this process to a T. Batching your content will work, but majority of the time it's just about you, the person behind this content, behind this channel. Sometimes, some days are just harder than others, and that's understandable. For me this week, it was just a little harder to get the gears going, but each week it's a little different, and each week you get a little bit better at batching your content. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you go check out Tilly's channel in her video. She's got a lot of information that she would love to share with you. The playlist set up ready to go for you to help you get more subscribers and views and understanding that aspect and that side of things. And as always, guys, don't forget to create adventure and live to inspire. Have a good one.